r/relationships. Huge underscore preparation underscore 889 says, I, 19F, got called clingy and accused of lover bombing by guy I'm seeing. Don't understand what I'm doing wrong. So I will admit our beginnings were not the best. I met a guy at a bar and we hooked up. After we had sex I cried in his arms because I said I was scared that he would ghost me. Likely drunk words, but also an insecurity I have. He was very kind and comforted me, the first guy to ever do something like that to me. That was only a week or so ago. Every day I'll call him, and we will talk for hours. I asked to stay the night, 2 days of us knowing each other. I felt like we had really good chemistry and everything felt right. I shared details about myself that I had never told anyone else. Yesterday he told me I was clingy and moving too fast. He said he feels like I'm lover bombing him. It really hurt my feelings as I thought we were both on the same page and really liked each other. But now I just feel rejected and I have ghosted him completely. What was I doing wrong? I thought I was showing him that I really liked him, but I guess I was wrong. He's a really good guy and he's super gentle and kind with me. I have never been in a relationship either. Too long, didn't read. Guy I hooked up with told me I'm clingy and I did not feel like that. I feel super rejected and I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Zatra says. So like, there is no one size fits all kind of mold to dating that everyone can somehow squeeze into. People, that is, individuals, all have their own unique needs, and many times they are not even consciously aware of what they want. They kinda need to just feel it out instead. Yes, sex on a first date, or during your first interactions, is going to really color your initial impressions of the person. It's why it typically takes me a few dates before I even warm up to that idea, cause I'm usually a bundle of nerves. You're going through a lot of mature twists and turns in your dating life, and you're still not even old enough to drink legally. This isn't me preaching, but you need to find a system that works for you. I presume you actually want a guy that you can just be yourself with, not worry about judgments, and feel loved, accepted, and protected. Real love is kind of a pain in the ass, and takes a lot of patience to cultivate. Sex on the first date is good chemistry for sure, but chemistry can also be built at a more leisurely pace. Most guys don't date like they are on the road playing chicken, and if they do, there might be aspects about their personality that surface that you won't like the more you get to know them. The sex may feel like you interfaced with him something powerful, but it's not a catch-all equation. That's why, parroting a lot of other posters that already mentioned it, reach out and get some therapy. If you find out what pills help make you less anxious about this stuff, you'll be able to make much more informed decisions about who you do open up to. Having more patience makes the wait to hear back from him less agonizing, and y'all can get to know each other at a more organic pace. And don't just assume the pills will do all the work, you'll also have to develop your own threshold for what you should do or say, and when. Anywho, that got very rambly, but I hope it helped you. Sahara Desert says, this post screams borderline personality disorder, if it's even real. Miss_Saraswati says, all you're describing here seems to be on your initiative. You've been driving, pushing, for something. Having sex might have escalated the timeline in your head, but it might not have in his. He's now stated that things are moving too fast and being too intense for him, so have you thought about just talking to him about what he is looking for? This is not a 100% on or a 0% off situation, there is a full scale there. I don't think you are in the same place. You went from 0 to 100 and now back to 0. I really feel for the guy. He's been going along with something for over a week in a pace that's too fast for him, which should tell you he wants to try this. But he needs to catch up, and you both need to match each other's speeds and engagement. Slow it down, maybe wait for him to call you, even if it does not end up being every day. Ask him what pace he's good with. If that is not good for you, talk to him about it. This part of relationships, regardless of the stage they're in and the age we are all at, is never easy and is all about communication. Adorable Pickle says, I would find a good trauma therapist, stop drinking, and stop seeing/having sex with people for now. Work on yourself. The behaviors you're describing point to trauma in your past. I've been there. I see you're worried about your body count. Don't be. Men don't worry about it. Your body doesn't wear out with use. You're still a valid and wonderful human. You won't get what you're looking for until you find it inside yourself and heal. Sinbooba says, too much too fast, what is he gonna move in with you tomorrow? r/relationships. Silenry says, my boyfriend 23 male was saying that he loves another woman. Too long, didn't read, // my boyfriend was sending I love you messages to a friend who was in love with him, even after I told him it bothered me. Should I break up? So I'm close to completing 1-year relationship. Me, 23F, and my boyfriend, 23 meters, have a pretty solid relationship. He's a good boyfriend overall. But last year we had a problem with a girl. She texted me saying she was in love with him. Before my boyfriend and I started dating, she deleted it, but I managed to read it anyway. Before we started dating, I told him I kind of didn't want to be in a relationship with him because he had a friend who was in love with him, etc. We started dating anyway because he said he didn't like her, and that's fine. So last year I was at a social event with him watching TikToks on his phone when a message came up with this girl saying I love you too. I looked right at him and he opened the chat with her right away. I found out that she was saying she loves him because he actually said I love you first. I waited until we got at his home and explained that this girl liked him, in case he didn't know, and he was watching TikToks again, didn't even look at my face while I was talking, showed me some random video. I felt like he wasn't listening, so I stopped talking and wait until another day so I can message him. When I got to my house, I sent him a message saying I didn't like this kind of thing, that it hurt me, and I asked if he could stop saying that to other girls. He agreed, and that was it. Surprise or not, he did it again. Today I just dreamed that on a specific day this girl said that she loves him again, and he replied with I love you too. So when I woke up I asked him for a screenshots of this specific day, and things happened exactly how it happened in the dream I had. No further explanation needed. He said he didn't have any romantic intention with this girl, that she says this thing to every boy etc. I'm really upset, and now he's acting like I'm overreacting, that this is no big deal. And I'm really wondering if I should break up. What do you guys think? Overripe Cucumber says, as someone whose ex was saying he loved another friend, I foolishly let it slide and stayed with a cheater for years. So I don't recommend staying. He's shown he doesn't respect your boundaries. He doesn't care about hurting your feelings. He isn't really even giving you respect when you voice your feelings. He's lying to you, promising not to do it again, then doing it. The lack of care for how this makes you feel and minimizing your feelings shows how much he values you. I went through this exact thing, only it was proven to be full-blown cheating in the end. At first it was just I love yous and flirting, and I was told it was nothing, and I was the crazy one for looking into it so much. Nope. He was cheating and gaslighting me. Your boundaries are valid and deserve respect. Reciprocating I love yous with a person known to be interested romantically is a reasonable boundary, and you deserve to be respected. Vinegar Taco says, open your eyes, girl. He's cheating and will never own up to it. Leave and do your own shit. 106,503,204 says, break up. It doesn't sound like he's that into you. Naive _blackberry _ 903 says. I wouldn't like that either, to be honest. Telling your friends you care about them when they need to hear it is different to just sending random I love you messages. That's relationship stuff, in my opinion anyway. I don't know, I'm not very social, so maybe I've just never experienced it. I know my so mentioned he does it once, and I said I didn't like it, but I do trust him regardless. But saying it to a girl he knows has feelings / a crush on him, that would be an instant deal breaker for me. Flipside 1812 says. My ex had a girl who would tell him I love you when she was drunk, and he'd just say I know. Shockingly, that relationship ended. Phonix24 says. This is the same gaslighting BS that my ex put me through years ago. I had no idea this person existed in his life until I looked down at his phone and saw an I love you text that froze me to the spot. When I confronted him about it, his response was, "Oh, she's my best friend," and says that to all of her friends. I knew he was lying, but I wanted to believe it so much. Fast forward a few months later and suddenly she's back in town. She had moved back from a different state, and when I met her she says I hope we can be friends no matter what. The sad part was that my ex's mom was the one who pointed out that my ex and best friend had dated at one point. So my ex had been lying about everything, and when it all came to a head, he admitted to sleeping with her, and I finally broke up with him. You are not overreacting. He's selfish. Kick him to the curb, and when he eventually tries to get you back, like-minded, just don't respond or block him. You deserve better. Intrepid Piccolo 377 says. Believe him the first time. Love is an action word, don't drag this out. Something that is meant to be wouldn't cause all this unnecessary stress. You deserve peace, best of luck. Kadreem says. It doesn't matter whether or not she sends I love you messages to every single man on earth. What matters is that he is saying it back to her. Either he really does have feelings for her, or he enjoys the attention, stringing her alone, and disrespecting / hurting you. Both are strong reasons for you to break up with him. Dump him. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe.